When your organization collects, uses, and manages your customers' personal information, it's an opportunity to build trust in the brand. That trust depends largely on the contract made between the organization and the individual when the data is first gathered. The organization tells the individual why they're gathering the data and what they're going to do with it, and the customer agrees. Now you have a contract. This module is all about how to make that contract in a compliant and transparent way. How you use the customer's data for direct marketing or which other organizations you share the data with all depends on getting that contract right up front. Many believe that if you have a privacy policy which covers how the data will be used and a consent statement which the customer agrees to, you have a contract. In fact, legally, the customer should be presented with a notification statement which summarizes how the data will be used, a privacy policy which they can refer to for more details, then a consent statement which allows them to agree to the conditions. Sometimes you may gather data about an individual indirectly, for example from a public source or a third party. However, because there's no interaction with the customer, there's no opportunity to present them with a notification statement at the point of collection. Therefore, you need to tell the individual clearly and prominently in your first communication how you obtained their information, with an opportunity to opt out of further communications. You may find some aspects of the law tricky to follow because it's not crystal clear. For example, the Privacy Act doesn't even categorically state that you need a customer's consent in order to use their data for direct marketing, whereas the Spam Act, which covers electronic direct marketing, definitely does. Also, the two acts contain different definitions of implied consent. For this reason, organizations tend to interpret the law slightly differently to suit their own business environment and purposes. In conclusion, whatever your own organization's policy is, the best practice is to make every effort to get that contract right from the outset. Stick to the contract process, transparency, fulfill your obligation to inform, give the customer something to agree with, and the means to do so.